let's get started with the CareClean webinar. Thank you very much for joining. I appreciate your time, and I will make this as effective as possible for you to learn about. If you've never seen CareClean, you're going to get a foundation of what CareClean's about. Plus, I'm going to discuss what the new features that we just launched last week are about and how you can take advantage of them if you are one of the current users of our software. Okay, so let's get started. One of the things that like I said, I'm going to start as if you've never heard or seen CareClean before. And one of the things you're going to notice about the software is that it is very similar in kind of the bones of the software to maintenance care. If you know what maintenance care is all about, you're going to recognize CareClean. And CareClean was created basically by our customers who asked for us to be able to use housekeeping workflows within maintenance care, and they wanted some specific tools and features that we couldn't really build within the maintenance workflow. It didn't really make sense. So what we did is we decided, let's create a software specifically for housekeeping, and let's really make it about that workflow on a day-to-day basis. So one of the things that we noticed right off the bat is that unlike maintenance care, although the maintenance care mobile app is a very significant app that you use on a daily basis, for housekeeping staff compared to maintenance, they sometimes go back to their maintenance shop and they can work the computer and use the browser interface. Whereas for housekeeping, it is pretty much exclusive interaction with an app. And because they're on the floor and they're cleaning rooms and they're not going back anywhere to record any of this stuff. So it's better for us to focus a lot of our attention to the app to make sure that they're getting that connectivity right then and there as they're working and cleaning those rooms. Okay, so that's where I'm going to start. Is I'm going to show you what they're going to see, what the housekeeping staff are going to see on a daily basis as they go into the CareClean app. Okay, so let's take a look at my phone here, and what you're going to you see on the right side here. Let's go back to the app. On the right side, you'll see the CareClean logo on the bottom right. And if I open that up, I will get logged into my account. Now, there's a couple of tabs that are significant for the housekeepers here that you're going to notice. And the number one tab I want to show you is actually the calendar view. And this is really, really handy if you have new staff or if you have ever-changing calendars or schedules for your housekeeping, because they're going to see right then and there on their calendar shift what rooms they need to do in a calendar view, just like any other app with a calendar. What you'll notice is between 8 and 9 a.m. I have to clean room 101 to 105, and between 9 I have to do all these other rooms. And again, this might be a loaded schedule. This seems like almost impossible to clean all these rooms in that small amount of time, but you get the idea that you're going to be creating these scheduled windows and putting what rooms they're supposed to be doing within the windows. And I can see that from here. Okay. Now, what are the color differences? Well, basically the blue tells me that these rooms have started. Like I've already started cleaning some of these rooms. So it's kind of like a pending, if you know maintenance care, it's that same type of in progress room cleaning. Whereas the yellow ones are coming up. They haven't been yet put into my list, but I know they're going to be in my list at 2 o'clock. I'm going to have to start cleaning on these. Now, why do I have two shift windows at the same time for two different things? Well, maybe because I'm seeing everybody's schedule here. So in my top right corner in the filter, I can say I only want to see the rooms that are assigned to me as this particular user and housekeeper. So I can then select that, and that's only going to show the shifts that are accessible by me. So you can see, oh, now the other ones have disappeared. So that's why I had them all showing, so you can take a look at what a full schedule would typically look like. So that filter allows you to see what you're doing and what your coworkers are doing, and so you make sure everything is covered. And you can go from day to day. You can go, the previous day. You can go the next day, and you can see what's coming up. And it's a really handy view to view all of that stuff. Okay, so that's the first thing you see when you get into the app. The second thing, which is probably the place where all the housekeepers are going to spend the majority of their time, is in the Rooms tab. So here we've really simplified it. We've simplified it so that it's very easy for them to see what rooms need to be cleaned today, and then start cleaning them with just the tap of one of the rooms as you go through it. So let's take a look. Let's say at room 104 as the first example. I can see right here on my list, room 104 is a quick cleaning. It's due today. And if I just tap on the top part of it, it's going to ask me, do you want to start working on this room? And I'm going to say yes. I'm going to go right into it. And that's as easy as it is. I can then cancel out of this because now I actually have to clean the room. And what you're going to notice is you're going to see that in that particular room, there's a little orange clock which means there's a timer running. Okay, so that's what that means. And now, some of our customers, they've said to us, well, we don't always use the timer. It's more about just getting it done. We're not too concerned about the time, and that's fine. What they found it handy for, if you don't want to time every single room, is they can do, for example, time studies for a week time or a month. They say, okay, this week we're going to do a time study, and everybody's going to track their time, and we're going to see whether you're overloaded or where we can maximize our efficiencies in which part of the building. So you are looking and maybe sometimes using it in order to get that information, or using it all the time. It's there, and now the clock is ticking away. Okay. So what are the advantages of this? Well, first off, we've created these kind of other types of workflows that prevent, from the housekeeper, let's say, to start another room while the timer is still ticking in room 104. So let's say I forget that there was a timer going in 104, and I go to room 105, and I'm going to just start that room. So it's going to say, do you want to start that room? Yes. Now it's going to give me an error. It's because you have not finished room 104. Oh yeah, I did. I just forgot to stop the timer. So this is a really good fail-safe in that purpose, and that it'll remind you for that process. So let's go back into that room, and it's going to ask me, do you want to mark this room as done, or do you want to edit it? Let's just mark it as done. It's going to say yes, and now you can say that room is done. And so you can see that little checkbox has appeared. So really easy workflow, right? I just tapped on a room, started, went and did my cleaning, and then I come back here and close it, and the timer stops, and it's done. So it's a really, it has to be easy. This can be something that's going to slow them down, but it's going to start to capture really important information for you and your team. Now, again, in the top right corner, you can see I have the same filter options. And here I can see tasks that are just assigned to me. I can see tasks in the different stages. Are they, things that I need to do today? Or if I want to see all of my different tasks or rooms that I need to clean, you can see even the ones that are done have little check boxes. They'll still be there. But if I don't want to see them, if I don't want them on my list, once they're done, I just want them to disappear, I can change that stage and move it, and all those ones will disappear. So that's how that works. Pretty simple for them to navigate.